Good morning, everyone. This is a video report for the South Platte River. This is the first week of October. We've kind of held off on reporting on the South Platte, really because nothing's changed. The fishing's kind of been the same for the past month or two. 11 Mile Canyon has been very productive. The South Platte River, deemed the Charlie Myers SWA or the Dream Stream below Spinney, has been mediocre at best. The trico hatches have definitely dwindled out, and now we're in that nymphing kind of territory for the next really 4 or 5 months until we get close to spring again. So and the river above Spinney is fairly low and hit or miss, really. You'll get some lake fish that push up overnight, and you may have some really good mornings, but then you may go back and not see much at all. One section of the South Platte that is really fishing consistently right now is the tomahawk section, and although it is fairly low, there are some nice fish in there right now and some browns that are kind of in that pre-spawn cycle. So, but here a couple days ago they started to bump the Dream Stream, and right now, today, it is 250 CFS. Now, what we were kind of waiting for to get some browns to push up in the river is one of two things: an increase in flow or a cold snap. And I think we're going to get both here in the next, well, we've already got the increase in flow to 250, but we probably will get a pretty good cold snap up there, possibly even some snow in the next couple of days. So we should see some brown trout really start to push up into the river. Maybe some salmon in there as well. I had several trips there late last week and didn't see really any salmon, few brown trout, so we'll probably won't see the salmon nets put up in the river this year. We'll see what Kevin Toby decides to do at state parks, but right now I'm thinking we probably won't see salmon nets, which is always a great thing for the brown trout run. So what do we fish there? Number one, I suggest is, to really just focus on your nymphing, your technical nymphing, and walking the river and sighting fish, whether it's tomahawk section or whether it's the Dream Stream or 11 Mile Canyon. Even at this stage, you need to be able to spot fish and then actively fish to the fish that you're looking at. And technical nymphing can be pretty frustrating at sometimes. There'll be points in time where you'll see the fly go in front of the fish or shear off in front of the fish several times before they take, and it may take 3 or 4 different rig changes to hook up on a fish. That's just part of the game right now. Now, if it's a fresh brown trout out of the lake, most times they're going to hit for first cast. But if they're getting fished to up above the gauging station on the Dream Stream, or if they're getting any pressure on those sections at all, those fish will become pretty lockjaw, and you'll really have to start to be pretty creative. Show you a few of those technical nymphing flies. By creative, I mean be creative. Throw a streamer size 4, size 2. These brown trout that run up out of the lake are aggressive in nature. Any brown trout is. So when you're talking big brown trout, 20 inches and even some fish into the 30-inch mark, that's their nature. Don't discount that. If you find big fish down by the lake, or even fish that are being fished to a bunch up by, the trestle, the gauging station, or the fish and tomahawk, throw a streamer at them. This is a number 4 space invader. just an excellent fly on the Arkansas. And brown trout being brown trout, I throw it in the South Platte a lot with success. If they're in there, I throw a streamer a lot. So don't discount the big fly when it comes to it. As far as technical nymphing goes, what I suggest is a 2-fly system, no more. There's really no reason to have more than 2 flies. I see a lot of people with 3 or 4 flies. That's just does not make sense to me. It's more, flies to snag up on the fish and harm the fish. More flies to snag up on grass and lose a fish. If you're not going to catch a fish on 1 or 2 flies, you better just hang it up. That's just, pretty interesting in my opinion, that people will fish more than 2. So anyways, first fly on a technical nymphing rig. An excellent fly is what we call a gummy worm. This is one of Shay Gunkel's patterns, and it's tied with a really malleable gummy pink material, and then coated with soft X. And it's an excellent pattern, attractor pattern for your lead fly in a technical nymphing rig. Obviously, when any spawning fish are in the river, I do suggest micro peach and apricot eggs, in a size 16 to 20. Micro flashtail egg, another excellent pattern. And then as far as trailers go, smaller attractor nymphs, like a number 18 to 22 Rainbow Warrior is an excellent pattern. Been an excellent attractor pattern for a long time. Make sure you're fishing, 4x fluorocarbon to your lead fly, 5x fluorocarbon, or 6x fluorocarbon, depending on the hook size, to your trailer. 6x fluorocarbon, man, I'm telling you what, if you hook a big fish, good luck. That's why I try to stay with 4x and 5x. Another excellent attractor pattern right now up on the South Platte on all of the sections is the Splat PMD. This is another one of Shay Gunkel's excellent patterns, using that red lucent bead and just an awesome segmented body. Another one of Shay's patterns, just an excellent pattern up there. This is a size 22 Splat Beta. Just a tremendous pattern on all the rivers that we guide on, the Arkansas and all the sections of the South Platte. Some other good attractor nymphs to trail off of an egg pattern or a gummy worm. A size 18 Cherry Prince. This is one of our patterns, but an excellent attractor pattern for brown trout fishing. There's my phone. And then a red copper john, another excellent pattern for a trailer off of those attractor nymphs. And that, pretty much takes care of it. Technical nymphing, get a good drift, number 1. Number 2, make sure that you're, you have the appropriate tippet for fighting and landing big fish. Like I said, 6x, 7x is not going to do it. You're going to need 3x, 4x, and maybe 5x to get the job done. I think that's much more important. And, getting a good drift, presenting the fly correctly to the fish. If the fly is the first thing that gets to the fish, it really doesn't matter what tippet size you're using anyways. Do remember the streamer. It's an excellent substitute for technical nymphing when you've got a lot of lake run fish in river systems. 11 Mile Canyon is going to continue to produce with blueing hatches. Still got some trico hatches down there, and technical nymphing will still be excellent there as well. I'll keep you updated on the brown run. Obviously, we haven't seen a lot of fish in the river system, but we will continue to see fish push up, especially with this bump in flow and with the cold snap coming. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call here at the Fly Shop, 719-269-3474, and feel free to give me an email directly at taylor@royalgorgeanglers.com. Thanks so much for viewing. Have an excellent day on the water.